All right, welcome back to my Age of Wonders 3 challenge series, the week starting army only challenge series. So I have eliminated the 4th AI of the 5, and this one was the Edith the Grey, which is the Dreadnot, which I'm glad to have eliminated them on the earlier side. So a few turns ago, I found the hero, or no. A few turns ago, I had seen the capital. I passed it by rather than taking the capital out, because I hate when you kill a capital and then it gets resuscitated somewhere far away and don't know where the leader is, etc. So I had passed the capital, but then I ran into the leader, I think over here-ish, and then killed them. And then I beelined it back here, and by the time they had respawned here in their capital, I was able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And so, again, very easy to kill with this measly army in the face of Champion 13. Look at that, 210. Man. Champ 12, 181. Champ 11. Yeah, so Champion 13. I've never had a Champion 13 unit in my entire life. So this has been super fun to see that happening. So yeah, it's turn 63. What has changed? Lol. So I picked up a second one of these. So I have one for each of my heroes. Redonkulous, right? And so in combination with some blight protection and some other stuff. So so this gives you, this was a nice pickup as well for the Grant Frozen Flames buff. 80% protection is really strong on fire. Plus this native 60% fire and frost protection. So between that, frost and fire easily maxed out between these 2 things. Spear protection, shock protection is decent, and blight protection is decent between this and that. So put that on reserve. That don't have a use for, that don't have the current use for. This as needed. I put this off because that resistance is really great. So that is all good. Lots of, continue to have nice tasty debuffs. The Grant Frozen Flames. You see the multi-channel damage options that I have. Holy War is now an option, which I have used a few times, which has been neat. What else? So here, a luck item, which with how happy he is, he's lucking out all the time and hitting very lucky after he's had 2 lucks. So extremely hard to kill. Put this puppy on here, proved useful for the machine battles that we fought. This proved useful for the machine battles against fire, so fire protection. So maxed out on fire, maxed on shock, which is less useful at the moment, but the fire protection, physical protection, important versus machines, right? So I put this on here and this on here. This could be taken off in favor of a different shield, because I'm not doing the tireless life drain thing against machines. But 95, 22, 10, and this is less relevant because I'm just doing fire, which is great. And this is all the same, I think. Still got points in reserve. Haven't been a dire enough situation where I had to commit to something, which is great. Working on additional divine channeling things. This I go into if I need to, but I have only 1 AI left, and honestly, I don't know what it is. I suspect it's because I have been so efficient with movement, and Master Cartographer really helped me get to their leaders and capitals quick, that because I've been so swift, the fact that I only have 6 units, though admittedly they're super high champion level, as we talked about, the fact that I only have 6 units has meant I have not had to face full 3 stacks, right? I haven't had to go up against full 18 unit enemy armies. It's usually been at maximum 12 or 13 units, and usually it's not just a bunch of T3s and T4s, it's a mix, right? So it's not been super dicey to go up against. And Mark of Heretic to do extra 3 damage versus heretics, easy to spam on stacks before going in. So I've used that a bit, and that's worked. Excuse me, that's worked pretty nice. Not much else, just lots of divine channeling. This was disjuncted, so popping that puppy back up. Is there anything else that was interesting in terms of battles? Yeah. Right. So yeah, I haven't shown her battle in a while. So here's a typical example. Instant Wrath. I hate Instant Wrath on these big, tanky units. So look at that. Look at that critical stun damage. Jeebus. So he's healing since he was a bit low from a past battle. Cast Weakened to reduce their stuff. Getting up in their face, you know, that shock and cold damage is really good. But otherwise, the physical at 14, maybe should have invested some more points into some additional melee damage. But this, God, even Instant Wrath is so little. Like, it's like when you do a critical hit, it doesn't take like half the critical hit damage. It does maybe half the original damage or something. I don't know, but it seems like a lot less. Throwing this guy in here, 185 hit points, you know, whatever. You know, love the stunnage there. They're coming in. Stunned, you know, just Storm Sisters are the perfect counter. Like if you're gonna have a tier 1 or tier 2 unit, Storm Sisters are literally perfect for anti-Dreadnought work. Holy Champion and the Devout, given that I had Mark Heretic the stack. Easy peasy. Armor Piercing. That's nice for machines too, the native armor piercing on them. Bit of damage there, but no problem. Shock. Stun him again. Got so much, you know, so beefy that I can just tank all that stuff with all that health. Just the lucky proc. Destroying the machine. Lots of heals when I have a second. You know, easy, easy, easy. So that's an example of my army on display. I don't know if there's been other really tasty things. Yeah, they were all spread out, so that's, you know, it's not terribly interesting. Yeah, just individual units. Yeah. So that's what's up with that. So I only got to hunt down this Dwarf Sorcerer. So it's pretty clear. I mean, it was probably pretty clear when I defeated the third AI, whenever that was, several turns ago, that I think I have this game in the bag. And you know what? It kind of feels like a letdown. Like I thought this challenge would be so much tougher than it was. And I attribute that primarily because I had the cartographer and I found the AI capitals and I got in their face quick. And because I got into their enemy territory, they defended and they haven't spent as much energy on invading my territory. So I was able to keep this up a little bit. Not that knowledge was super essential mid to late game. Like I got the early stuff pretty easily. But the fact that I've been able to hold on to all these vassals, they haven't been invaded and killed off. Yeah, though that is starting to happen. I had one taken out here, and someone did run in and raise and take my capital. I had Scorched Earthed it, so it raised upon impact. But again, I was done with item foraging, so I don't really need it. My stack isn't going to die, so I'm not worried about not having a capital. I did start to, I was like, okay, this seems pretty tucked away, well defended. Even if there's no defenders here, I could probably get away with making the joint empire and getting up to grand palaces to boost this. So, and I tried that here, but I think they were taken out by independence because they actually needed those vassalized defenders. So oops, but still fine. So like things are fine. Things are just fine. So now I'm telling myself, capital's there. I don't know where the leader is, above or below ground, but I'm going to head in this direction, and I'm going to try and loiter and find that leader, draw them to me, kill the leader, and then kill the capital. That's the plan. And so hopefully we can do that pretty swiftly. Let's have some random stacks out there. So progress. We're almost done. So this has been episode 12. I'll see you in episode 13.